I am Justin Kruger, your community developer on Rainbow Six Siege. We are live from Katowice, Poland, from the Season 3 Pro League Finals. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the teasers that we've been going over for the past week about Operation Red Crow. You can find a lot of this information from on rainbow6.com/Red Crow. But we're going to be doing a really deep dive into some of these teasers with a little bit of a special surprise at the end that you do not want to miss. Joining me today, we have some really special guests. We have Miles, who's a level designer on Rainbow Six Siege. What's up, Miles? How's it going, man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good. I'm great. We also have Simon, who is the game designer on Rainbow Six Siege. What's up, Simon?
Not much.
Yeah, awesome. And we also have Macy J, YouTuber extraordinaire. What's up, Macy?
Not much.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Great. And how does it feel to be in Poland?
It feels great.
You're Polish, right?
I am Polish, so
it's like coming home.
kind of my turf here.
Yeah, nice. Your turf, Macy J's turf. And speaking of turf, we have we have a skyscraper teaser that we're gonna be talking about and going into that. So let's take a look at the skyscraper teaser. Now, that was a skyscraper teaser we released on about 2 weeks ago. Miles, break it down. What is the story behind Skyscraper, our new map coming in Season 4?
Right. Well, for Skyscraper, Rainbow Six will be going to Japan, specifically Nagoya, and basically we'll have this traditional style Japanese home that will be placed on top of a modern skyscraper. So this was built by a Yakuza leader, and it was attacked recently by another Yakuza clan. Therefore, you see remnants, you see some weapons are scattered through the layout.
So it's a full-on like gang war that took place in there.
Yeah, you'll see some blood stains on the walls and the floors. So
Nice. And some of the detail in this map is some of the really highest quality I've seen in the past. Tell us a little bit about the detail of the structure and the textures and the architecture.
Yeah, well, you have traditional versus modern, and what's great about it is in different rooms you'll have some very iconic things, like you'll have a karaoke room, you'll have a Japanese tea room, you'll see tatamis spread across the floors, and you'll see translucent walls like you see in Japan.
So like the translucent paper walls that you have, or doorways or something like that, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's really cool. I have to say the karaoke room is one of my favorites. As we look at some of these designs, the first time I played on this map, I just got lost like looking at some of the design. It was so beautiful and so cool.
Yeah, and gameplay wise there's a lot of open spaces, and we have 3 iconic spawn points, one which is the tower, the helicopter pad, and my favorite, the basically skyscraper wall spawn point.
So now that's a rappel spawn point, right?
That's right. It's a very high risk, high reward. It's good for players that want to rush and attack. But if they take that route, it'll be more vulnerable, and they can be attacked by defenders.
That's going to be really interesting. So a lot of interesting angles, a lot of good angles that you can play here, a lot of great rooms, and a lot of destruction, right? Talk about the destruction about the map. What does it remind you of?
Well, I'd say it's a lot of fun. You know, going into these traditional style Japanese homes, setting up a breach and blowing up a wall, it's great. It mixes really well with the aesthetic.
Nice.
And once you go from interior to exterior, all of a sudden you're outside. You get a sense of vertigo because you're on top of a building.
And there's a little bit of difference between night and day, right?
Oh yeah, at nighttime you see the neon lights in the city. In the daytime you got more of a sunrise, you see the clouds. And so it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. And Macy J, you got a chance to try this map out. What did you think of it?
I like it. Overall, it's fantastic. What I liked the most was the balance of destructibility. It seemed like the other DLC maps kind of struggled, Yacht not having enough destructibility, Favela having too much. This one really found the balance. Kind of like Chalet. I want to compare it to Chalet just because it really has that perfect balance.
Nice. And Chalet is a favorite map in the Pro League, definitely. Speaking of Pro League, Simon, we invited some Pro League players to try out this map. What did they think about it?
Yeah, we did. We invited a couple of players to the Ubisoft Montreal studio. They tried it out, and they thought it was like really fun to play. It really felt competitive. It felt more like one of the old school classic maps.
So like House or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And it strikes to them it strikes a really good balance between the destructibility and not destructible walls.
Cool. So